Welcome to Bourbon Taste-Offs, playoff brackets of the best whiskeys. Join us in our season-long quest to find our tastiest bourbon. And here are the playoff brackets of the best whiskeys. They include the first quarter. The first 3 months are done in the books. Here is the list of what is advanced. We are currently recording the second quarter. Please listen into the episodes and follow along and join us in this journey. Hello, welcome to Bourbon Taste-Offs. This is episode number 25. We are your hosts, Todd, Josh, and Dan. Today's episode is the 25th episode. Can you believe that?
Quarter century.
No kidding. And our very first episode, we were doing Wisconsin bourbons. So I thought, let's do it again. This episode, we're going to have in glass 1, Dancing Goat. And in glass 2, we've got Cabin Strength. In glass 3, we've got Dirty Helen. And in glass 4, we've got Driftless Glen. Dan, you've been missing for a while. I know you've been doing some deck work and
projects. Yeah, it's good to be back. I quite honestly have not drank a lot of bourbon lately. I have been drinking beer, I think maybe because summertime.
Probably a lot of water on that deck, huh?
Yeah. I've had some nights where I've sat out and had a bourbon and a cigar and stuff like that, but we have been drinking a lot of beer at my house lately. I think just because of the heat.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to getting back in Wisconsin bourbons.
Wisconsin bourbons, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, do you remember when you were 25?
25.
A long time ago.
It was a long time, yeah.
I was probably not a very good human when I was 25.
I did have, I remember I moved to Milwaukee and the Brewers were doing good, the Packers were doing good. I was a lot of sports games at 25.
I was actually a DJ on 93 QFM.
Were you really?
25, yeah. It was just a weekend gig. It was like midnight to like 7 in the morning, just on like Friday nights, Saturday nights.
Man,
Yeah.
you've been holding out.
I might be the reason why they folded. Yeah, it was not very good, but all you were doing is just kind of saying,
What was the genre then?
it's 93 QFM, new rock, great classics.
Okay.
Still have it,
I can see, based on the genre, why it folded.
right?
93.3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. What does QFM?
QFM, it was quiet for Milwaukee.
Okay.
And so it went back to quiet for Milwaukee, which is like jazz, like
Okay.
smooth jazz kind of stuff.
I remember the station.
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, they competed with, it was Laser 103 at the time.
Right.
Oh, I remember Laser 103.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
Fun stuff. So let's sit tasting some Wisconsin bourbons. Josh, if you want to pick a number, what number 1 is going to go against?
Now let me ask this: seeing we've done Wisconsin, are any of these what we have tried before?
No repeats.
Okay. Okay.
You know, one bourbon I wish I want to try eventually in a blind taste test is the Charles Woodson bourbon.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, I'll have to bring it sometime. So 1 versus 4.
Okay.
Everyone's coming out with their own bourbons or wines or whatever. So
I thought my son sent me a picture of a bourbon bottle. Who was the wide receiver? Antonio Freeman, maybe? Was he a Packer?
Yeah.
yes,
I think he might have one now.
Really?
My son's seen it like Pick and Save or something like that.
I know Bradshaw. I've seen a.
I have a couple
Terry
Bradshaws,
Bradshaw, okay.
but I've never opened them yet.
Oh,
They get pretty good reviews.
do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to
Yeah.
try them.
are all the good reviews from Pittsburgh?
No. 1 versus 4. Huh?
I'm assuming he was a quarterback for the Steelers.
You might have been. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Great to have you back, Dan. A little bit of ethanol, right?
Yeah, sweet and heat.
I was gonna say it, but I wasn't just sure because I haven't had much bourbon
Sure.
lately.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of ethanol. That's kind of off-putting to me.
It
too.
is a little bit. It is always tough to be the first bourbon of the day.
My lips are tingling.
A little bit, yep.
My tongue's tingling.
I don't know what to make of this. If you guys do you ever have any of this and not get any flavor? I'm just getting the tingling. I'm not getting the flavor besides the ethanol.
Right.
I'm just getting hot. And I'm not getting any notes. You guys getting notes here?
It's kind of like a spicy.
Yeah.
If that's the note,
I can't pinpoint what the spicy is though.
Initially, there's a lot of flavor.
Is that what it is? Just so much that it.
But then in the middle, it's like kind of a spike, and then your lips start tingling. It's like a lot of flavor. Like, yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna move over to 4. I'm gonna because I like in a couple of the last episodes we'd go from 4 back to 1, and I think it's important to kind of give it that back and forth.
Mm-hmm. So Todd, our gracious host, there's no chocolate on the table today.
No, there's not. I was looking for some, and because we bought the Costco chocolate too.
Oh yeah.
can't go wrong.
I know.
Except they're pretty addictive, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Do you keep them in the fridge? I like them a little cool.
Maybe that's why I couldn't find them.
Are they in the fridge? Or they were at one point in time?
Maybe we have to have some left because I don't eat them very often.
I think the Ford nose is significantly better.
Yeah, it's softer.
I don't know if it's because that one was so strong. This one seems very muted. Very muted to me, like it's 80 proof. Like there's not much here at all. But I don't know if that's because it was just following that.
I don't know if I'm a fan of either of these.
I would agree.
You know? Like, I want to like them because they're Wisconsin. They're kind of our home state. I mean, maybe one from 2 and 3 will stand out more. But I'm a little disappointed in these first couple options.
Yeah, even after having 4, one is still just like pop rocks on my tongue.
Right.
Even after going back.
Great
and forth.
reference.
Yeah.
Very applicable.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting that where it's just kind of popping your tongue like that?
Yeah.
Between the two of them, I can make a pick, but I think I'm with you, Todd. I'm not a super big fan of either one. Maybe one would be better with an ice cube or two, and then mute it down a little bit. But that's just maybe it just needs to be aged.
Right. It does. It tastes like young wood, maybe. You know. I don't know.
Here's your stick.
Right.
Would you like some lick tingle with that?
I don't know. Do you want me to try to find some chocolate?
No, not for me.
We're all good, man.
Okay.
I'm just poking the bear.
We're
Literally.
trying to find something to make it taste better. It's like, can I have some chocolate with it?
I'm very indecisive. I don't know about you two. In regards to the two, they're very different.
They are.
I don't know. I'm a little confused on both, but I'll just for the sake of if my lips tingling and my tongue's tingling for a while, yeah, it's not a complete bourbon. I'll go with 4 just for the hell of it.
Okay. Let me see if I can describe it this way. Maybe this would help. I find 1 overwhelming and 4 underwhelming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's almost if you blended them, you might get something that was worthy.
All right.
I picked 4 too, just because the nose on 1 was repulsive to me.
Yeah.
It really. I mean, I don't want to over exaggerate, but that was like rubbing alcohol. It's way too young of a product. It must have just touched the barrel and passed through it or something.
It's what it seems like, at least.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you guys. I was going to go with 4 no matter what you guys said. I was not a fan of 1. Even with 4, not the biggest fan. However, I think it tastes better than 1. So
Okay. pick it out already.
Gladly.
It's weird because that's so light. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a couple that were in this lineup that I was kind of excited for you guys to try, and hoping it was not 1 or 4.
Much better nose on 2.
The taste is unique. Or maybe it's just because it's so different from 1 and 4. Smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Much better taste.
Yeah.
It when we were just teasing, it almost tastes like you blended 1 and 4 together. It's got some flavor. It's got a little pop on my tongue, but it's not pop rocks fizzling.
Yeah, my tongue isn't numb right now, so that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 2 is much better bourbon than 1 and 4 that we were drinking.
I
2 is
agree.
much better.
Yeah.
On to 3.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be, hopefully I have to think about this a little bit more versus, all right, 2, you went out.
Right. Boy, I'm looking at the legs of 2, and it looks like a zipper. It's like it came down.
Ooh. 3 is definitely, I'd say 2 and 3 are the top of the crop for today.
Okay. We got a little unlucky then on the matching.
I don't know.
Wow. It's a different flavor than 2, but really good also.
My tongue is tingling. So there's some heat in here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say something that I'm not sure I've said before in bourbon tastings at all, but 3 almost immediately after I drank it felt like it dried out my mouth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like my mouth felt like really dry, like I needed something to drink.
They figured out a way to get people to drink more.
Make you thirsty.
Right.
That's why they give you peanuts and popcorn at softball or baseball games and stuff.
Is that why?
Well, the
Help
salt.
with the salt? Yeah.
Well, the salt makes you drink more.
Right.
I think I have a pick between the 2.
Do you? So you didn't like that feeling? Or
It's just different. I'm not sure that I've ever had that before where I felt like it dried out my mouth.
Anybody been watching the Olympics?
Yeah.
I've watched it here and there, yeah.
At night we've been watching it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, the women's soccer game, gold medal match was going on right before I left.
Oh, okay.
So U.S. is up 1-0.
I watched that French pole vaulter guy. He's a quite talented man.
Swedish guy, you mean?
Swedish? I thought he was French.
The Mondo.
I don't remember what his name was.
There's a guy, he's born in Louisiana, went to LSU, but his mom was Swedish.
You really have been watching it.
Oh, yeah.
You know the biography of all these people.
I enjoy the Olympics. I'm an Olympic, so I wore my red, white, and blue
Nice.
fishing, and I got my red, white, and blue hat.
I never would have pieced that together.
Repping the colors. This is my 4th of July shirt.
And Olympic shirt.
And the Olympic shirt.
I heard there's breakdancing in the
There
Olympics.
is. I was watching that today.
Were you?
One, they are athletes. They're definitely athletes and very impressive. But I don't know how you...
How do you judge it? Like,
Well, they just... based on 4 or 5 different components, and then they like yes, no, and then there's like 14 judges, and they pick which one. So it's a straight up battle.
Do they get to pick their own music, or is it everybody
So
uses the same?
It's random music. They don't even know what the music is
Oh,
at
really?
the start of the thing, and then they just put in random music, and they have to execute to it. Yeah, it's weird. Hey, we get rid of baseball and softball, but we're gonna have breakdancing. So some of these things, it's kind of crazy to me. But
Progressive.
they had BMX riding bikes too, like on little bikes that they're racing at the beginning.
Okay. Wow.
The Olympics was what the Greeks envisioned. I'm assuming it is not what is in place today.
Right.
So yeah, there was a marathon. They're running from Paris to Versailles and back. That was pretty cool. So I know more about the Olympics than I do about bourbon, and I don't know much about either.
You know, whiskey was the definition of whiskey, or where the word derived from was water of life. That interesting?
It's an old Indian word. Whiskey. Water of life.
I think it had Latin origin.
I have a winner.
I'm still laughing about the Indian whiskey, water of life. I do have a winner as well.
I'm reminded of Anchorman. He's like,
Are you going to say bark twice?
like his San Diego. It's like Saint Diego, and he's like something about a whale. Oh yeah, you should have been there. So
Right.
all right, Dan, it's on you.
Yeah.
Number two.
All right, why is that?
That 3 thing where I tried it again and it did it kind of again. The 3 thing where it just dried out my mouth was a little weird to me. Both better than the other 2 we drank, but I thought 2 was better. 2 was better for me.
Very good. It's nice that we don't have to go, the winner of this side over against the winner of the other side.
Right.
Dan's like, that's already taken care of.
Right.
So are you going straight through 2,
2.
all the way to the end?
2.
2. You know what? I'll join you 2 all the way to the end.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that too. However, we're going to give it a chance to go up. Maybe circling back.
Sure.
Okay, fair.
As
Fair. Well, so you guys all agree 2 was better than 3. You guys both like that?
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's hear it for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought 2 was delicious.
Dan, have you ever had a bourbon called Billy Goat?
No, but I've watched the videos. And you guys are on the border of obnoxious.
I know. We're like, we got to start settling it down. Well, let's bring out 1 and 3 and we'll talk about them. So the first one out was number 1. So we'll reveal what number 1 was. And that is it a dancing goat?
Dancing Goat.
So the
Is
notes.
that any relation to Billy?
That's actually pretty good. Yeah, Dancing Billy Goat Strut. This one's a quirky and humble blend. It's aged 7 years. It's a straight bourbon whiskey. 52.7 alcohol by volume. So that's 105 proof. Mm-hmm. This is the one that we were saying we got a really, like a wash of like ethanol on the nose.
Where is this sourced from? Is it MG proof?
It does say sourced whiskeys. So
Does it say where?
Dancing Goat is from Cambridge, Wisconsin. This one is distilled in Indiana. So I'm guessing the distilled source is like an MGP. Mm-hmm. It's exclusively aged in Quercus Humboldti. Will you branch out to try another tree? So it's a different wood then that they're using. So
Aged 7 years.
yeah,
So we had thought that it was a young bourbon. It is not.
it's not a young, right? It's just the wood they used really changed the I don't want to say complexity because it did seem like one dimensional.
Now, here's something that is very curious to me outside of the bourbon. Is the bottle itself, it's kind of cool. I like how they have that impression on it. But the labeling is as generic and plain as you possibly can do.
Yeah.
The first thing, if I were talking to their marketing guy, I was like, you guys need a different label. Because your label's horrible.
Yeah, you can print that at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That label is horrible.
Yep.
I mean, they have to know people buy some of their bourbon just on looks, right?
Yeah.
Release number 3.
Yeah, so Dancing Gold is a pretty new distillery in Cambridge, Wisconsin. And so until they got their own stuff to age for 4+ years, they had to source some stuff so they could just start getting some,
Right.
Very
common practice.
Yeah, right. So hopefully their stuff that they have from their own distillery has better labeling. Because I agree with you, Dan, that the labeling looks pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And we weren't impressed with the taste either, so hopefully that also improves.
It was a strong, very strong taste.
Yeah.
And let's be clear, there's a difference between strong ethanol-y and something that is strong but full of flavor and robust and pleases your palate, in my opinion.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's a quirky and humble blend, apparently.
With the humble sticker.
Yeah. And then we went over to 2 versus 3, and number 3 was Dirty Helen.
Oh, I have a bottle of this. I have not opened. Now, maybe I'll gift it.
Now, I think there's different
Okay.
types of Dirty Helen, though. This one's a barrel strength rye whiskey. And I want to say Dirty Helen, they do have them where it's not barrel strength. Because this one is, it's aged no less than 2 years, so it's a pretty young. Although with rye, you really don't have to get it in there for 4 years. And what is the proof on this thing?
It almost seems like they're reversed. Because you would think this rye would have been the spicier one. It's only 2 years aged. You would think they were reversed.
126 proof.
Hot damn.
That one didn't drink as hot as that.
Not even close.
Right.
What was but this was, I was tingling after that one as well. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
What? So this is Great Lakes. This is out of Milwaukee then.
This is out of Milwaukee. Yeah.
What's the cost?
The cost is $49, so it's a $50
Okay.
bottle. And then the Dancing Goat, I can't remember if I still have the label on there. I would have to say around 40.
You get both.
40 to 50.
Obviously, you got that local. Did you get this local or did you drive out there?
No, I got it local here. Yeah. I think I got it at Woodman's or
Awesome.
Total Wine.
These are two I've never even heard of.
I have this. I'm aware of that. I own that. Mm-hmm. I might gift that in the basket.
We did say it was better.
I didn't mind that.
Right.
That was 3 again?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting what the label, when you have like a little bit of knowledge and then take a drink of it, like it's drinking hotter now for me, now knowing the proof. I bet with an ice cube, that'd be pretty tasty, actually.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Better label.
It is a better label.
Much.
I would hate to meet Helen.
No kidding.
Man.
She sounds dirty.
I wonder if there's a story there. But whoever did the marketing for that company should be reassigned.
Or as others say, take it out back.
Yeah, with the goats.
Well, there actually is a story on the back, so I'll just take a quick second to read it. The legendary and notoriously foul-mouthed owner of the infamous Milwaukee Speakeasy and post-prohibition saloon, the Sunflower Inn, Helen met cunning millionaires, bank robbers, detectives, and gangsters as she hustled her way through the early 20th century criminal underworld from New York City to Chicago to San Francisco and every whorehouse, tavern, and mining camp in between. We celebrate her life the way she did with whiskey. No ordinary whiskey will live up to Helen's unique larger-than-life persona. This 100% rye, grain, barrel-strength rye is big and bold, just like Dirty Helen.
That's cool. That's real cool.
Distilled from Wisconsin, grown rye. So the rye is from Wisconsin as well.
That's really unique.
Yeah.
Great Lakes they've been around Milwaukee for quite a while. I think at least 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
We
cool.
should do a day trip out to J. Henry. Why don't we do
I'm
a
game.
road trip?
That would be fun.
I actually prefer Great Lakes products over J. Henry.
Yeah.
And this thing actually came with a free tour for 2 to their distillery.
Yeah, I've done a couple bachelor party Yeah, the J. Henry Driftless Glen, I'm not okay with. But I'd love to go there just, for fun and try it out. And yeah.
Is there a Great Lakes brewery as well? Or am I thinking?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah. Yep.
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm trying to think what their big flagship beer is, but I'm almost positive.
Is it like Louis Demise, or am I thinking?
Yeah, it could be it.
No, that's MKE Brewing that has the Louis Demise.
Okay.
Louis Demise is really good.
Yeah, it is.
That is good.
Yeah. Favorite beer? River West Stein for me. I don't know if you ever.
We
had
just
that.
finished that on tap last night.
Yeah. Do you like that?
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong. If you go someplace, you're like, it could be a River West Stein.
Yeah, it's full flavor, but yet drinkable, where you can have.
Same with Louis Demise.
Yeah.
The cool thing, and I don't know about MKE Brewing, but Lakefront Brewery, a lot of others are doing NA beers, and they actually have River West as an NA.
Oh wow.
So I learned a lot more about NA while my wife was while we were expecting.
Sure.
So it's kind of cool, and I have a couple friends that have given up drinking, so a lot more NA beers in the world, which is I guess there's like a unique distilling process or unique way that was invented quite 5-10 years ago.
It's good to know, because whenever I'm on the Harley with my wife, I tell her I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have NAs. And oftentimes I really drink beer just for the flavor anyway. I'm not drinking it for the side effects of getting drunk.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
yeah.
They have a ton of NA. They probably have like 50 different or 40 different selections at Woodman's.
Wow.
Like just right outside the area with the beer and the liquor, and they have just a whole wall of them. So pretty cool.
All NA.
All NA.
Wow. I only thought there's like maybe 5 to 7 options.
That industry is on the rise.
Oh.
It's booming. So
That's interesting.
Meanwhile, we drink 130 proof.
No kidding.
There's more alcohol in that sip than there is.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go back to 4. Hopefully it changed a little bit.
2 has a great smell, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's not as bad as I remember it. Yeah, but it's an easy decision, I think.
Yeah, 4 running away, right?
I have 2 written down on mine.
Yeah. I think Josh was joking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a better product.
Yeah, I'll start. Yeah, I'm picking 2 to take this
Or 2's a better product, than 4.
this week's.
What a great smell, great taste.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I have a feeling I know what this is, and it's kind of funny that our very first episode was Wisconsin bourbons, and the winner happened to be a
Red Cabin. Bottled in sherry cask, right?
Yeah, bottled in Cabernet cask. And now 25 episodes later, we're back to Wisconsin, and I have a feeling this is the barrel strength or cabin strength, which is a higher proof red cabin.
Huh. That is funny.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll see. I could be wrong. That could have been the 4. But anyway, I'm picking 2.
Yep,
All right.
me too.
Let's see it.
All right, bring it up.
Bring it up.
So we're back, and the runner-up ended up being a Driftless Glen.
Driftless Glen.
So our very first episode, we had Driftless Glen Wheated.
Yep, I think I even brought
You
that.
brought that one, yep. And now this one's the Driftless Glen
Straight bourbon.
Straight bourbon.
48%, 96 proof, small batch. Cool fact, it was bottled by Angelica.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they kind of put a little personal
Shout out.
note. Yeah.
Do they say anything on the back?
As far as...
Just in general.
It just says balanced and full-bodied. The small batch of carefully selected barrels is non-chill filtered to preserve its subtle spice and notes of caramel and vanilla. We have touched each bottle, so with 2 thumbs up, share your dreams and taste the American spirit. And there's little thumbprints on the side of the bottle there. Yep. Perfect match. I kind of like the Driftless Glen stuff.
I have that at home. That's not a bad product.
Yeah. But I guess going against number 2, which was Central Standard. It's a cabin strength. It's a bourbon whiskey distiller's proof single barrel. It's 118 proof.
That's good.
It is really good. I kind of thought it was aged in something like the Red Cabin is, but I'm not seeing anything on the label that would indicate that. But I think, yes.
I don't know if I've seen that bottle. That's I love the labeling on that.
Yeah.
It's just the blue and red and then the white.
I agree. It's kind of sexy.
Kind of matches my fishing shirt.
I thought it was an Olympic shirt.
He changes it. It's a chameleon.
I fished in the Keys with the shirt too.
So I think that's a delicious bottle.
It's good. It's good. I don't know why, but I've seen those products and just always I don't own either one of those. The I mean, I'm saying of this product.
Sure.
I don't have either one of them, and I've seen them places. I think one time I had tried it. It seemed super sweet, and it was kind of off-putting, and I never went back to buy another bottle.
Are you talking about the Red Cabin or this one?
Maybe it was the Red Cabin.
Okay.
There's 2 key things I'm taking away from these first 25 episodes. 1, Four Roses is awesome.
Yeah.
And 2, Red Cabin, for me, takes Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And we had any J. Henry?
We have, one time we had the 4 grain.
Okay.
So.
And they're up to what? Probably, 10 products now?
Yeah, they do
At
have.
least, right.
Yeah, they have a ton of products. So maybe do an episode of
J. Henry
versus Cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could easily do that.
Are you a big J. Henry fan?
Of Wisconsin ones.
Okay.
They've gotten pretty funky with a lot of their barreling and stuff like that, which I tend to shy away from. But of the Wisconsin ones, I think J. Henry's my favorite.
Okay.
But like I said, I had never tried this.
Yeah, I know they have like a 4-year. They have a couple aged ones.
They do a lot of special seasonal things too, and they do a lot of events at the distillery, like dinner. They'll bring in a chef, and he'll pair it with something, and so they do a lot of events like that.
Where's this out of?
Just south of Madison, Middleton, I think.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
J. Henry is, yeah.
No, where's Cabin? Oh, sorry. You answered the question that I asked, not the question that I meant to ask. Where's Red Cabin out of?
That's Milwaukee.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So it's Central Standard, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I did not know that.
Yeah. That'd be neat to go to their distillery and check it out.
Wow.
Because I've been pretty happy with the 2 things that I've tried from them. I know they have a couple different bottles as well. One's like an L, which I don't understand what that means. Maybe it's against Chicago. I think it does have something to do with that, actually. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this episode. We've enjoyed tasting some of these products. Please make sure you like and subscribe and check out our next episode.
The guy I was talking about, the Prince Bolter, is the one that his wiener got caught on the pole.
Oh, got it.
Did you see it?
I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Literally his wiener got caught.
Well,
Knocked the pole down.
Well, yeah.
What are these, blind bags?
Yeah.